pledging support this time to Senator Barack Obama. Massachusetts Superdelegate Paul Kirk is the fifth former DNC chairman to endorse Senator Obama. 6 have publicly backed Senator Clinton. As it stands now, Senator Hillary Clinton leads by 22 total. Superdelegates 275 are still right now uncommitted, and one of them is Christine Pelosi. Christine is an elected member of the DNC and the author of the book Campaign Boot Camp, Basic Training for Future Leaders. Her mother also, by the way, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. So, Christine, just earlier today, someone predicted that perhaps the House Speaker would come out and take a stand saying that superdelegates will need to speak up here very soon. What do you think of that prediction, and what do you feel should happen at this point?
Well, good morning, Tamron. First, of course, my heart goes out to the families in the Midwest, particularly that of the 15-year-old girl.
Absolutely.
And support our first responders who are so courageous going out into that weather when the rest of us are ducking for cover as we should. So I salute them, and of course our hearts are with them. Turning to the presidential race, the American people, I think, are in a very sober place when you look at the Iraq War, the concerns for our veterans, health care and jobs. We are very concerned that we need a new direction and that we need a Democratic president to take us there into the future. And so that's what I'm looking at as an uncommitted superdelegate committed to voting for the winner of the popular delegate count once our primaries and caucuses are finished.
Well, Christine, and with that said, though, I know you read the reports just as I do, and there are a number of polls out there that we can point to that indicate that folks believe that this race is hurting the party.
Well, over 30 million Americans have come out to vote so far in the Democratic primary. That is a record. We're going to shatter that record on Tuesday. And by the time we get to South Dakota and Montana, we will have, a historic vote for Democratic candidates for president. So I think it's great for the party as long as the campaigns continue their focus on the concerns and aspirations of the American people.
But can you honestly say that that is happening right now when, I mean, let's face it, this week was dominated with the headlines of Reverend Jeremiah Wright. You also had Senator Clinton comment in an interview with Bill O'Reilly. So is that happening?
Well, it can happen. It's just a decision. There were also 2 very important press conferences that happened this week. We had House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Leader Harry Reid and Jim Webb and a bipartisan group of people supporting the GI Bill of Rights for the 21st century, which John McCain refuses to support. So I encourage everybody to contact their members of Congress, senators, and the McCain campaign, and encourage Senator McCain to join with the majority of Americans who feel that we need to honor our veterans by sending them to college and giving them what we gave the greatest generation, which is our thanks for their service. And that was very important. The second press conference this week was when Elizabeth Edwards came out against John McCain's health care proposal and said, wait a second. If you throw people to the mercy of the open market, then people with cancer, such as Elizabeth Edwards and John McCain, wouldn't get coverage. And I think that both Senators Clinton and Obama this weekend are going back to their strengths, which is about their character, talking about jobs, talking about the concerns that people have about the war and the economy. And if they do that between now and Tuesday, I think they'll be just fine.
Christine, we're out of time, but real quick, your book is called Campaign Boot Camp. Boot camps are often tough, so let's get tough here. When do you think superdelegates should decide? And treat it boot camp style.
Well, treat it boot camp style. Well, first of all, I'd say to the candidates this weekend, don't get cute. No bowling alleys or cappuccino machines. Stick to the basics. You're tired. Don't make any comments that you haven't completely thought through. It's not time to get cute. As far as my commitment as a superdelegate, I stand for re-election on Father's Day. Don't worry, Dad, I'll still have time to take you out to dinner. But I will make my feelings known, my commitment to the winner of the pledged delegate vote known at that time, so that my constituents in California can assess that as they decide to vote to give me another term.
All right, so that's mid-June. We'll hear from you then. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Tim Russert will talk to Barack Obama for the full hour this Sunday on Meet the Press. Check your local listings for the time. Also Monday and Tuesday, Tim and Brian Williams will be helping to anchor MSNBC's coverage of the May 6th primaries here on MSNBC, the place for politics.